G'day everyone, I'm in the lovely town of Townsville, and specifically in South Townsville, which is only a couple hundred metres from the city centre. So you can walk across that walkway across there, take across the creek to the city centre, or you can come down this bridge. The road bridge will take you right to the city centre. So I'm going to show you some of the restaurants in South Townsville, or sometimes referred to as Southbank, and right here is the Palmer Street Precinct. So this is a real dining precinct, and I would suggest it's probably the best place to come for dining. There are a stack of restaurants over in the Townsville city centre. I'll show you another video on that, show you the restaurants over there, but I think this is the place to come. So let's check out some of these restaurants. So on the corner here is Jam. So it's a modern Australian restaurant. Sadly, it is closed. So it is Christmas holidays and they're closed until early January. And they normally open breakfast, lunch and dinner. They open at 8 AM. It's probably the only breakfast place. Most of these restaurants are only open either lunch, most of them only open for dinner. So I missed out on breakfast, but if you go across that bridge, there is a Coffee Dominion, and just up from there is a coffee club. So that's where I've been going for breakfast. So just as a 200 meters from Palmer Street. You'll see there's a stack of hotels here. So it's also not just a dining area, but a good place to stay. I'll show you some of the hotels. So there is Oaks Apartments. I'll point out some of the other hotels along the way. So let's check out the restaurants. So Grilled, if you want to get yourself a burger. So they're open for lunch. I think they open late morning. We've got grilled chicken. So the first restaurant that I tried is right here, Masala Indian cuisine, and I give it a big thumbs up. This is an excellent restaurant. It gets extremely busy. I came in early at 6 PM, and by the time I finished, all the tables inside were packed, and all these tables outside were packed as well. So I had the vegetable samosa, which came with a lovely tamarind sauce, which was very nice indeed. And then for main, I had the chicken tikka masala with some garlic bread. I had 3 beers, and the samosa and the chicken tikka masala and the garlic bread came to $54.90, which I think is quite reasonable. Next door, Liquor Legends. Stock up on your squirt, get your beers, get your wine, get your spirits. And then right next to here is the Australian Hotel. So these guys are open lunch and dinner. They have an excellent bistro. They have lunch specials. So every day they have something different. So you'll see today, Thursday, $9 crumb steak and chips. Tuesday I had this awesome rump steak, $15. Comes with gravy, potato. So I'll show you a video of that. Okay, pot and palmy, $15 every Wednesday, lunch and dinner. Chicken palmy, salad, chips and a pot of beer or soft drink. So that is the Australian Hotel. Alright, let me just fast forward to the next one. So just up here is Cactus Jacks, which is a Tex-Mex bar and grill. I came here for dinner last night. Again, another excellent restaurant, and probably the busiest restaurant I've seen in Townsville. I came in at 10 to 6 and it was jam-packed. I had to wait 20 minutes to get a table, but it probably took about 10 minutes. They said it would take 20 minutes. I stood at the bar, had a beer, and then my little buzzer went off, and so Cactus Jacks. So now I had the chicken fajita, which was very nice indeed. Even though it was packed, the staff in there did an excellent job. So it didn't take long for the food to come out. They kept checking if I wanted another beer, and it didn't take long for the beers to come out. So Cactus Jack. So all your Tex-Mex, so your nachos, your fajitas, buffalo wings. They got burgers as well. I'll show you the video of the fajita that I had. Very tasty indeed. Alright, next one along, IMC Steakhouse. So I think it's only open for dinner. I'm going to try and come in for dinner tonight. If I do, I'll post up a video of the steak now. So you'll see steaks starting from $31 up to $37. So not too bad. They've got oysters for entrees, garlic, salt and pepper calamari, garlic prawns. So I'll hope I can get in there tonight. Alright, this is where I'm staying, Rydges, Southbank, Townsville. So you'll see there is the Rydges here, there is Quest Apartments over there, there is the Townsville Central Hotel, next to all that is the Grand Hotel, and you saw them before, the Oaks Apartments over there. So plenty of places to stay in South Townsville, as they're just a couple hundred meters walk to the central city area. Alright, let me just fast forward 50 meters. So just next to the Rydges Hotel there's the little quickie mart or quick shop. It's a little convenience store, open early morning through to late at night. They have a bunch of hot pies, tea and coffee, they've got sandwiches. Right. Next door to that, the Shamrock, Townsville's oldest Irish pub. Now I came in here for a beer last night, $7.50 for a VB, a little bit expensive. I can get a VB for $6.60 in Sydney. Now they do have a bistro and they've got plenty of food options. So all your typical steaks, palmies, and you've got the chicken schnitzels. Everyone does 400 grams, so T-bone or rump. So they like their steaks big in far north Queensland. Here's your large chicken palmy, $15.90. Large chicken schnitzel, $17.90. Alright, the last one on this side of the road is Simply Top Seafood Bar. Haven't been in there, but there's always people in there, so afternoon and evenings. Alright, I'll take you. There's a few more on the other side of the street, so let me fast forward over there. Now I'm directly opposite Rydges, and you'll see here is the Tiny Mountain Brewery. So they brew their own craft beers inside that, and they open the shutters in late afternoon. I went in there last night and it was packed. So plenty of craft beers, and they have a food truck in there doing all sorts of nibbles and pub food. So the Tiny Mountain Brewery. Alright, let me fast forward. Alright, Townsville Central Hotel, out the front is the Centro Bar and Grill. Now this has been closed. I'm not sure if it closed just for Christmas or they're closed permanently. Now I was hoping they'll open because they do Centro coffee. As the options for breakfast here is pretty limited. So most of these restaurants only open in the evening, or some of them are only open at lunch and dinner. So breakfast, as I've been walking across the bridge, going across to the coffee club, or there's a little coffee Dominio. So it's only 200 meters walk, so not so bad. Alright, Baskin Robbins for your ice cream. That's always packed in the afternoons. Alright. So last but not least is Ribs and Rumps, famous rib restaurant. I think this was started by some South Africans in Sydney. There's only one store in Sydney left, but there's a few up here in Queensland, including this one in Townsville. Unfortunately for me, this has been closed for Christmas and New Year. They open early January, otherwise I would have come in for their world famous ribs. Alright, so that is a look at the restaurants in Palmer Street Precinct. Let me say that again, Palmer Street Precinct. So in South Townsville, often referred to as Southbank, just across from the city centre. So hope you liked the video. If you did, give it a thumbs up. As I said, I'm going to make another video of the restaurants over in the city CBD, which is just across there. So check out my channel. So thank you for watching and happy eating, everyone.